Peace, one love, family. We back in with another transmission. Uh, right now we're gonna be speaking on melanin. So we don't have a specific topic at this moment, but right now we're just gonna be reading about melanin. I'm just gonna be bringing y'all to the metaphysical properties of what melanin is. Now, I'm not trying to make a separation within eumelanin, pheomelanin. I'm just speaking on melanin in general. Now we understand eumelanin, pheomelanin. Eumelanin, neuromelanin has a higher electrical magnetism of facilitating a metaphysical property than pheomelanin, right? So we know that, but I'm speaking on melanin in general. Let's go then. Hold on, man. We are on a roll today. Y'all just give me a sec, man. So melanin has a broad absorption spectrum. It absorbs thousands of times more electromagnetic radiation, which is photons, by the way. It absorbs 1,000 times more electromagnetic radiation, photons, than chlorophyll. And this is why I be saying, I'm not trying to like battle with the plants, you know what I'm saying? But when we putting chlorophyll inside our bodies, right? You don't understand that the melanin that you already possess absorbs chlorophyll on a higher spectrum level, right? Because what creates that green color? The electromagnetic spectrum. Let me show you the electromagnetic spectrum. Because we deep today, right? Now, this facilitates hold on. Electromagnetic spectrum. You ain't gonna learn this shit by school. You ain't gonna learn this shit in school. This is the electromagnetic spectrum, right? You see that? And so the color that the plants use is like blue and red, and it facilitates a green color, which I don't think blue and red actually creates green, but I'm just saying these are the it's beyond the physical level. These are the light spectrums or the radiation magnetism of that, and chlorophyll only takes within two colors. Now, what I'm saying is when we look at this, melanin absorbs it on the higher. You see how this wave gets thinner and thinner? That means the wave is becoming more electrical and more electrical because at the end of it, it's gamma rays. You got gamma, X-ray, ultraviolet, infrared, microwave, and then radio. Then you got radio, microwave, infrared, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma ray, right? And so melanin absorbs on the higher spectrum of gamma ray radiation. Plants kind of go to ultraviolet. Besides that, melanin has a broad absorption spectrum. It absorbs thousands of times more electromagnetic radiation photons than chlorophyll. It exists in many tissues besides the skin, fetus, and it exists in many tissues besides the skin. It exists in the fetus. It's present in developing the fetus. It's thought to be a master molecule for steering biological process in the body. This is beyond the phenotype. It is the phenotype, but it's more within genetic and metabolic biological processes. So now, like the body is like a living matrix in the body. It's a living matrix. It's an energetic communication system that conducts pockets of energy and information instead of nerve impulses. Nutrients like shaga nutrients like shaga mushrooms support the living matrix, especially supplied through the skin. And shaga mushrooms have, you see all that melanin in that shaga mushroom? That's because the nutrients within it, right? Let's keep going. So they use melanin in cell phones. Now let's look this up because like I said, I'm just speaking on melanin, and we're just breaking down different little standpoints. Wait, now let's look this up because melanin in cell. My fault. I gotta put in the right algorithms. So while it's not in the same realm as more metals, this increase in conductivity make melanin an actual useful material for modern biotechnology applications such as sensors, biointerfaces, and other devices implanted in our bodies. I told y'all this is the whole artificial intelligence transhumanism thing. It needs melanin. Melanin is also soft and readily manipulated to form advanced thin films and is an important requirement for organic electronic devices. An important requirement for organic electronic devices. Indeed, significant progress has started through fabrication of melanin-based devices to form OLEDs, OLEDs, pH sensors, and humidity detectors as reviewed in this work. Told y'all I'm not lying about this. Melanin is able to talk. That's a deeper study. I don't want to go into that. 10 years of studying melanin. Obviously, you know these motherfuckers been studying melanin for billions of years. Melanin is a conductor. What kind of conductor? An antenna. What does it talk to? Electrons and ions. It allows the body to communicate with source, your higher self. Melanin repairs DNA. Hold on. Now we gotta look that up. Melanin repairs DNA. This is why it's important for your skin. You need to take care of your skin. Epidermal melanin pigment is believed to prevent development of ultraviolet induced skin cancer by shedding cell nuclei, reducing DNA damage formation. It also protects the inner DNA. Does melanin reduce DNA damage? Melanin produces or reduces ultraviolet radiation, induced DNA damage formation, and killing rate in ultra. And I'm gonna show y'all like how melanin actually protects within ultraviolet radiation. But we're gonna get into that. What else to say? Melanin repairs DNA. We already went through that. Melanin has genetic, biochemical, and functional links to the immune system. We already. It actually neutralizes oxidant and antimicrobial drugs. So drugs that is trying to facilitate to take over the organs. Melanin is in your hair, obviously. Melanin repairs broken DNA. Yes. And remember, with the chaga mushrooms are unique because the melanin within the substance. So all these super heroes movies is based on melanin and what it can do. Because melanin um is directly connected. Your skin is the biggest organ on your body. It's connected to directly with your auric field. Your auric field is picking up on ESP all day, extrasensory perceptions that's facilitated within your own biological structure. And understanding that you can hear from far away and different things like that because your auric field, your aura field is about 15 feet away from you and 15 feet high above you, right? And that's a broad statement, but let's just say 5 feet and five up, five away from you and five above you. Your aura field, your electromagnetic field, right? It picks up on information that's not capable to be picked up on with the normal five senses. And your skin is directly connected to it. You have sound frequency receptors that's inside your skin. You have light frequency receptors that is inside your skin, and you obviously have touch sensory receptors too inside your skin, and it's all being controlled by the component of melanin. Melanin absorbs the entire light spectrum. We already went over that. So melanin absorbs light, which is consciousness. Melanin absorbs energy directly from the sun and feeds us food, human photosynthesis, and we already went over that. They're taking melanin and making batteries out of them. And melanin is a contemporary and law of mind. So neuromelanin is sunlight. Oh wait, okay, hold on. That's some other shit I got into. Yeah, that was some other stuff I got into. Now I want to show you your aura field. Electromagnetic field.
Here's the definition of electromagnetic field. A field of force that consists of both electric and magnetic components, resulting from the motion of an electric charge and containing a definite amount of electromagnetic energy.
So I kind of don't like to get into the body part. I kind of just want to look at the electromagnetic field by itself. You see this? This is the torus field, the toroidal field, right? This is how you actually look. Your body is a form of this. Your body is replicating. See, your body is a shadow of a toroidal field. Arm, leg, arm, head, Allah. You see this? Right? The planet has a magnetic electric field. Right? This is look like an interstellar portal. My fault, y'all. That like a, I don't know if you can see it, an interstellar portal. Right? That look like a wormhole. Everything is propagated by the torus field, the electromagnetic field. Nothing exists without this. You can't move, walk, talk, or speak without this. This is who you are. This is how you actually look. You are consciousness. This is what consciousness look like. And you gotta understand this right here is connected directly to your skin because that's the last organ really outside your body other than like your eyes and your nose and shit. But that's still covered up by your skin, so you know what I'm talking about. You see, you got a positive side, negative side, and your body will be. This will be your spinal cord in the middle. Types of your chakra points will be right here, and actually you can put your body right here, and because this will be your positive side within your head, and this will be your root chakra. So Ida and Pingala. This picks up on information that's not known to a modern linguistics senses. This who you really are. This how you look. Let's social mo. Hold on, I like that one. In its shape shift due to your perception, what you around, what you thinking about, all that. Know what I'm saying? This is directly connected to your skin. This is why your skin is the biggest organ in your body and it's the most important one. So when I was speaking on melanin, melanin gets its power from the auric electromagnetic field that's facilitated by invisible energy. I ain't gonna be long-winded on this one, so y'all take in this knowledge real quick. And I just kind of wanted to, and this how they kind of show it when they got it on the MRI scan type stuff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like just a cocoon wrapping around you. You know, it's actually like, you know, like a field. You know, and it combusts and it does that, but it does that in a rotating way. It goes in and out like your heartbeat. Your heart is the one that is projecting this whole field. From this heart, your three chakras right here, higher self, lower self. Energy has to rise and energy has to descend. When they meet at the heart, they create a crash, an electromagnetic crash. And it shoots back up from the crown and down, and it facilitates the whole electromagnetic field. So it's not the point of trying to ascend, it's the point of trying to create a balance within yourself. Because the energetic component of the pineal gland has to travel down to meet the root chakra. Crown chakra, root chakra are one and the same, and they meet each other. So the two sides of the coin and that split end will be everything in the middle. The middle point, the center, this is the 0 point. This 0 point right here. The first organ created in the body was the heart, and it was the electromagnetic pulsing. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. This is the see. You see that? Look at those oscillating waves, and that's the horizon. Horus, the horizon, right? The electric field goes up. But the magnetic field it kind of spreads outwardly. So this is where it happens. From this point, it goes inwardly, and from that point, it spreads outwardly. So it's that in and out, that pulsating in and out within your electromagnetic field, because you know photons are shape shifting in and out the fourth and fifth dimension. That's what your auric field is. It's phasing out of dimensions because it's going to dimensions, picking up on knowledge to help you better understand what you're looking at in reality. Because certain things that you see in reality is a mix up of different dimensional frequencies to promote what you see in reality. And so what happens, your consciousness goes into different dimensions to get a better understanding of what you're looking at. Right? We can read about this a little bit. And I don't want to make this too long, so y'all bear with me. The most well-known field around us is the auric field. Many believe that our auric field is the same as our electromagnetic field, a continually emerging and functioning field of energy producing by the electrical currents in our bodies. Every cell in our body pulses with electricity. Every cell and organ, our entire body generates energy fields. So every cell in your body is generating an energy field. And due to the heart has to give all the energy to all the cells, which it propagates on each other, and then it projects the aura field. I don't want to go too deep into that. I just want to give y'all the basis of what's that. Now, our bodies need magnetic energy. Each cell has a positive and negative field in the DNA. Every part of your cell has a 1.4 volts of electricity. If you add all that up, if you add all that up, that's like 13 million like 13 million volts of electricity inside your body. Each cell has a positive and negative field in the DNA. Cell division is a process responsible for keeping the body healthy and rejuvenated. The force with the force which activates the formation and division of cells is magnetic energy. The proper function oh, the proper function and interaction of all organs and systems in the body depend on the constant process or presence of adequate magnetic energy. Magnetism is essential for the body electromagnetic activity and plays a major role in health. Electricity, magnetism, electromagnetic. You see what I'm saying? Your crown electric, your root is magnet. It's magnetized. It's it's anchored to the earth. And your crown It's electrified to the ether. 0 point energy is neither electric nor magnetism. It's electromagnetic because it has to be both because the two energies has to crash in the middle. So the heart chakra has to implement both energetic frequencies to propagate the electromagnetic field. Magnetism, electricity, electromagnetic energy. You see what I'm saying? Why about need magnetic energy? Blah 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 blah. Magnetic energy cell division across here responsible for keeping the body healthy and rejuvenated. Hold on, I want to read a little more something about the magnetic field. Then we're gonna get up out of here. So bioelectromagnetics, also known as bioelectromagnetism, is the study of an interaction between electromagnetic fields and biological entities. Areas of study include electromagnetic fields produced by living cells, tissues, or organisms, the effect of man-made sources of electromagnetic fields like mobile phones, and the application of electromagnetic radiation towards therapies for the treatment of various conditions. And like I said in my other transmission, this all corresponds to transhumanism, artificial intelligence, and nanoparticles particulates within the graphene oxide and the 5G wiring, the 5 gamma ray radiation of the signal. That's all I can really say. The signal, right? Look at the movie Signal. Biological phenomenon. Interactions of organisms with electromagnetic fields from across the electromagnetic spectrum are part of bioelectromagnetic studies. Bioelectromagnetism is studied primarily through the techniques of electrophysiology in the late 18th century. And Italian physician, I just want them to resulting from electric field, a substance in the nerves. Short-lived electrical events called action potentials occur in several types of animal cells, which are called excitable cells. These are all in your heart. This is what I was trying to find. Occurs in several types of animals. Short-lived electrical events called action potentials. Action potentials are occurs when the membrane potential of a specific cell location rapidly rises and falls. Depolarization then causes adjacent location to similarly depolarization. Action potentials occur in several types of animal cells called excitable cells, which include neurons, muscle cells, and some plant cells. Contain endocrine cells such as pancreatic beta cells and certain cells in the interior pituitary gland, also excitable cells. As an action potential nerve cell travels down an axon, there is a charge in the electric polarity across the membrane axon responsible for signaling. So basically, what I'm telling you is when the energy from the crown chakra goes down into the heart, and when the energy from the root chakra goes up and meet the heart, an action potential is produced, which creates a friction of magnetism and electricity, which propagates a healing mechanism of the body. And this is kind of how you actually stay alive, dude. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need food or anything. You are a prokaryotic, self-regenerated, self-renewal being. I wouldn't say all beings, but most of us are, right? Um, and neurons' action potential plays a central role in cell-to-cell communication by providing for or with regard to cell-tertiary conduction, assisting the propagation of signals along the neuron's axon towards synaptic botons. Situated at the ends of axons, their signals can then blah 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 blah. But y'all get what I was trying to say, everything that I'm saying, it goes into deeper bioelectromagnetism, magnetics, and I don't be trying to get into all that because I don't want it. I don't want it to be long-winded, but you know what y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? And so understanding that, you are the sun. You know what I'm saying? You are a condensed version of the sun. Um, Many times you kind of produce a shock wave of like what the sun does when it has solar flares, right? And so understanding that your skin is the biggest organ in your body and is the most important one due to the fact that it's connected to the auric field. And this propagates things that don't hit you yet, but your electromagnetic field is like a force field. It can shapeshift into many things: a healing field, sound field, light field. When you're in fight or flight mode, it turns into a force field, right? It turns into a force field, right? It turns into the force field. Now, me saying this, I'm not flying and teleporting yet, yet, right? We do that every night though. So the desire of having powers consciously, that is what it is. We want to be able to move these powers and do these telepathic abilities consciously, but understanding that you do this every night and sometimes it's just subconsciously due to the fact that it's an automatic system within your biomolecular structure to facilitate a metaphysical property of consciousness and entering different dimensions and gateways, because that's propagated within your genetic blueprint. And it's not necessarily like the ESP the junk DNA activates automatically when you go into these different realms, and you know what I'm saying. And it's hard to consciously try to activate the junk DNA. It's not hard. You gotta do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to, get more healthy and just detox from everything, not just food. You know, detox from a lot of things. Because what is food? Light is information. So everything is just giving you information. So at the base front, detox from information at its finest, unless it's actually feeding the soul, right? And so unity. This was another transmission. One love, family. I'm out of here.